welcome back to Natural Mystic Messages. This is your weekly reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and of course Venus, because we love to love here at Natural Mystic. Now, if you're a regular, you'll probably know this is my thirsty month, or what we're now referring to as my thirsty month. I am unashamedly asking you to please like the video. Please subscribe, do all that lovely stuff. This is my year of growth, so I'm asking you to please grow with me, and I really appreciate it. I promise you I do a happy little dance every time I get a new subscriber. Okay, now, as I shuffle the Romance Angels Oracle, and the decks I use will be listed below, I'm going to tell you that the energy, of course, is fluid. This could be for you. This could be the story told in reverse. This could be for someone that's close to you. And if it is, send it to them. Just place the energy where it needs to go. And if it does not apply, let that fly. That is obviously for somebody else. Now we have Honeymoon. It is safe for you to love, and chemistry. There is obviously something brewing in Capricorn's quarters. Now, the honeymoon says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So this is like free time. It's unaccountable time. It's the time before life gets in the way of everything that makes love so wonderful. It's the time before bills and responsibilities and family. And I just saw 144 on the counter, so if that's important to you, Spirit's just throwing that out there. Before all the things that weigh on us, sort of suck the joy out of everything. It's also the time when you start to feel panicky, when you start to feel attached to something and then worry that, what if it's taken away from me? What if I'm hurt? Will I be able to cope? You may not be thinking these things on a conscious level, but it's when they start to play up, when the honeymoon period exists and you're having that moment where everything's so joyful and so blissful, and then that little devil on your shoulder or the little voice inside your head says, what if this was all taken away from me? And that moment of panic sets in. And this says, you are safe. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. And that's what love is. It's an exchange. It's an energy. And I think society and past hurts make us equate love with that pain. But when we move it out and segregate it and have a look at what it truly is, love is so beautiful and so blissful that those energies can't even exist in its world. I think Spirit really wants you to remember what the essence of love is. Now, in saying that, the next card is chemistry. And that says there is a strong magnetic attraction here. So that's probably what's pushing you through this fear. Okay, and on that note, we're going to, we'll pull the Light Seers Tarot, and we're going to let that do the talking. There's definite polarized energies going on here. It's like total bliss and total fear all rolled into one, which kind of reminds me, and what I'm being shown of, the way that weather works, you know, when it's really warm and then a cold front comes in and it brews up like a thunderstorm with lightning and all that crazy stuff. That's kind of what this energy is doing. This blissful, warm love followed by this cold front of fear is creating like catastrophic storms in your life. So it may be causing like mirroring and triggering and all that crazy stuff. The chemistry can also do that as well. When there's that intense chemistry for someone, it can bring up hurts and fear, and especially because I'm feeling that this person that you are dealing with is very magnetic and alluring, and the type of person that people sort of are drawn to. which is causing a lot of fear for both of you. And I feel like you're this person too, unintentionally. But it brings up this Knight of Wands energy, which is very, the energy of the card itself is like a player, someone who can't, you know, they're the type of person that sort of rushes in and rushes out, and they're very driven by primitive urges, to put it nicely. And I don't think either of you are this person, or this person may have been this way in the past, but I feel like this thunderstorm is creating fear around that energy, and it's creating jealousy, either you or the other person. And it's not, and the word jealousy has such a negative connotation to it, but it's coming out of pure fear, fear of being played the fool, and fear of things going on that you have no privy information to. It's come up with the strength as well. Now the strength, first of all, you could be dealing with a Leo, but the strength here is saying that while you possess that lion within you, you can approach these things with the gentleness of a lamb. And this goes either way, whoever is having this issue, is that it's okay. There's no good or bad emotions. It's okay to feel jealousy. It's okay to feel anger. It's how we express it that's the issue. And I think the thunderstorm is the expression of these fears. And Spirit saying the reason you get into these situations, or the other person, is because they so eagerly wear their heart on their sleeve, while at the same time guarding it. But the way to solve that is to just speak openly and trust that if you open up with these vulnerabilities to this person, they're going to hear them and use them as a way to love you better, rather than use them against you, and take these vulnerable points and step all over you to make themselves feel better. And vice versa. Maybe this is something you could say to your person, like you could be open and discuss with them that if they're feeling pain, if they're feeling hurt, if they're feeling these emotions, you're not going to have any judgment towards them. You'd rather that they discuss it, so you can help ease their mind, but also help them be secure in themselves, and to really see where this energy is coming from, that it's not you or it's not them, that this is past hurts and past fear and protection. That's what jealousy a lot of the times is. So off the back of that, we have the Nine of Cups. So what I'm really hearing from that is you both want nothing more than to be with each other and be happy, but this thunderstorm just keeps popping up and getting in the way. And okay, the World. So the reason it's coming up, and the reason it's manifesting right now in the situation, is to be healed. So it's divinely guided, so that you can move on and into a new phase of your life and their life, and then join together as one, because that's what happens. You know, you are an entity, they're an entity, and together you create another entity that is the relationship. And as I say that, I look down at the back of the deck, we have the Lovers. Okay, so what Spirit's telling me, and this is actually a really great way to explain it, and I hope I can translate it really well, is that this simple thing of being allowed to be vulnerable with each other and discuss these feelings that are coming up without judgment towards the emotion, and not attaching to it and not taking it personally, is like a butterfly effect. So, you know, the butterfly effect, where a butterfly flaps its wings and somewhere on the other side of the world, a typhoon happens, or a hurricane. So these little things that we think may have no major effects, or we might think they're segregated to this little section, this will help, this is actually going to have such a knock-on effect for both of you in healing and moving forward. It's creating like And they're showing me the Four of Wands, like this security in this safe place, and it's healing the sacral chakra. No, the root chakra. It's creating stability and safety within yourselves, which stops this pattern of fear, even if it's not vocalized, even if you're unaware of this fear that it exists. Sorry, these cards just went a little crazy. There is a and look, Cappies, I'm not even surprised that the worlds came up with everything that's going on in your house, in the solar system at the moment. There is definite change. We are moving into a new cycle. We are healing the divine feminine within each of us, which is a new type of strength. It's a new type of so it's growth, and it's taking control of things, and being strong, and asserting yourself, but it's not done in the old ego wounded masculine way. It's coming from the soul, and when we express from such a raw place, it doesn't get met with the same type of reaction type energy. You know, when we can truly see someone is vulnerable, and when we say, hey, this is really raw, I'm going to talk to you about this, can you please hear me, it creates that knock-on effect. And Spirit's saying you can use this in all aspects of your life. If you're having issues with someone at work, if you've got a very reactive friend, just try being very vulnerable. It's not always going to work, but it will create a new line of thought in that person's mind. They're going to go away and think, hey, that person was just trying to talk to me. Capricorn was just trying to open up and talk to me. Maybe I reacted badly. So and I think that's why they're saying it's a butterfly effect, is it's just going to change the people's lives around you. And they're also saying that you have that kind of energy about you, that people take what you say very seriously. You might not be hearing that feedback back, but you're very grounded in yourself, and your advice is taken. It's not taken with a grain of salt. They take that and they think very deeply into it, because you are the type of person who doesn't just speak for the sake of speaking, and you're always going into things like heart first. You don't just you're not there to judge or to make anyone feel bad. You're there to see how you genuinely can help. Okay. So off the back of that, we have the Seven of Swords, which is not keeping things to yourself, and asking the people around you to not let things fester, and hide how they truly feel, that they are safe with you. Four of Cups is that same energy too. It's maybe this person you're dealing with was unaware that that was even a possibility, that you can talk about your feelings. And then we have the Ace of Swords. And when I see this spiral, I just think of healing. I think of healing at a new awareness. And you may be a healer yourself. You may not practice it for a living, but I'm getting told that you have the ability to heal people, whether that be through listening, just your energy in general, or you may actually practice something like Reiki or crystal healing. You're teaching people, and this also will teach people a new awareness on how to heal. And that's going to, so also as well, if that is something you're looking into, there is, and if you're worried about how you're going to financially survive, there is a market for it, and it can feed you just as much in the physical as it can your soul, because the Ten of Cups has come up next. And this is ancestral healing as well, and this is really digging deep, and everything you're doing now has an effect on all the generations before you and all the generations after you. And for that, your dharma, your comeuppance from that, is that you will be able to rest securely in your home life, like your bills. the universe will provide is what it's saying. Right next to that is the Knight of Cups. So you're helping this person grow, and you're going to watch them grow emotionally into the emotional, mature person that they're capable of being. Oh, that went off on a little tangent, Capricorn. I get the sense that this person is very gentle, very soft inside, even though they may give the approach that they're not, or that they don't feel as much as they do. And I think that's what their problem is as well, is they feel so much, they don't know how to express it, and they don't know how to, they almost feel it's not masculine to be like, well, these are all the emotions I'm having. What seems right and what they're used to and what they've always known is to just get angry and, you know, have a real visceral reaction to things rather than just speaking. So the Two of Pentacles has come up, and this is balance. That's what this is creating as well. It's balance between the heart and the mind, and as above and so below, and also bringing out from your soul into the world who you are and what you have to offer, and people seeing that and being able to see that. Okay, we're going to clarify now with the modern Spellcastors Tarot. Now we have Temperance and the Six of Swords. This is new patterns as well, new patterns of behavior, new patterns of thinking. And I think this really speaks to how I said there's the entity of the relationship. There are new patterns coming in, leaving behind old ways, leaving behind the pain of past relationships, and also dealing with issues the way they were dealt with in past relationships. Now, if you haven't met this person yet, this person is coming in. Let's get some clarity for people who haven't met this person yet. Okay, the Tower and the Four of Swords. They're going to come in after a time of reflection, after a time when you sort of, this has sort of happened, this energy sort of happened, you've become very aware of it, and you're taking time to reflect on where you've come, how you've grown. You're sort of patting yourself on the back and saying, wow, I'm a completely different person than who I was before, because of this Tower, because things had to sort of fall apart and fall away for you to be able to become this person you are now. You needed to clear your energy, and that butterfly effect is what also will bring that person in. I'm just seeing like a real random occurrence of events, like you were running late and you decided to get a coffee anyway, and you know, you heard a song on the radio, and when you seen this person, they were wearing their band's t-shirt. Like, I'm just seeing this really divine, intricate display of actions happening that sort of lead you to this person, because of this butterfly effect. And it could be that you were watching a video, it could be this video on YouTube, you know, and you just learned about it and you're like, wow, that could happen, and that made you run late. You know what I mean? Like, it's really intricate, and it's going to happen whether you worry about it or not. That person's coming in whether you worry about it or not. And Spirit's saying that you've got to a place where you're almost giving up, and they're reminding you of that butterfly effect. Like, you might be thinking, I just go to work and then I come home and then I've got to do the children. There's no time for me to meet somebody. It's just not going to happen. It's not my time. This isn't my lifetime. Spirit's saying there is a butterfly out there flapping its wings, and that's when your person will come in. And on that note, we have the Emperor, which is the divine masculine, with the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebration. It's being with your community, being around your loved ones. This person could be someone you know. It could be a friend of a friend. It could also be somewhere you go where you just sort of want to let off steam. But this person is coming in. And when I say divine masculine, I'm speaking to both sexes. How are we doing on time? 19 minutes, Capricorn. I am sorry. I have been waffling. We're going to go 2 more from this deck, and then we'll pull some Oracle, and I won't keep you any longer. In true thirsty style, if this is resonating or you're at least enjoying the reading, please hit the like button. If this message could benefit someone else, please send it out. And oh, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is an even give and take, and this is Spirit saying you're going to start getting back all the love you've been putting out, and it is your time. And I know a lot of readers get on there and say someone's coming and you're going to get everything back, but this really is happening, and it's happening off the back of the changes you've made. This isn't some random event that, you know, you're just, all your dreams are going to come true. You've done the work, and that's why it's coming in. Now we're going to quickly pull some Oracle, and then I'll let you get on with your day. Let's see if we have any butterflies flapping. If this does happen for you, or it has happened to you, or if you're in a relationship with someone that could benefit and you tried talking, please comment below. It would be nice to see these beautiful things happen in real life. A promotion, pay rise, some material advancement and acknowledgement is being recognized. That's that abundance I'm talking about. Okay, let's go 2 more. And because you're being recognized, because the people around you are seeing these changes you've made, your energy has completely changed, because rebirth. And it says, I'm not wearing my glasses, can you tell? It says, old, worn-out ways are leaving you now as you open a door towards a group of people. This usually is with a spiritual group that will be more fulfilling to your soul. And that could be that 3 of Cups. And that's where you might meet your Emperor or Empress. Okay, 1 more. I think you're also really feeling the need to connect as well, and connect with people who can meet you on the same level you're at. Okay, it's getting saucy in here, Capricorn. We have Tantric love. It says, an ultimate love is around you, which is a divine match. Kundalini is rising to become more balanced, whole, and complete. So if you're feeling your chakras sort of going a little crazy, it is your Kundalini rising. And that's just because you're becoming an energetic match for your person. Even if you're with your person, they may be activating your Kundalini, which is helping you to align on a more 5D soul level. But it's there, and I get the sense that you're feeling this energetically, like these blessings are close for you. On that note, Capricorn, I'm going to see you all again next week. I hope you have the most divine week, and I'll see you all soon.